Thank you so much. Thank you for the invitation. It is my pleasure to be with you today to present you e-CODOMH, an ecosystem for the construction sector we created here in Greece. First of all, I would like to thank our members at the e-CODOMH cluster, 22 Greek enterprises working for the construction sector, but also our associate members, 10 associate members, between them universities, research organizations working for the construction sector, but also an industrial association. First of all, I would like to tell you why we end up with creating this cluster economy. What was the environment that led to the creation of cluster economy? And this is the construction ecosystem and the needs and special characteristics of this ecosystem. It is a key driver, we all know, for the economy, but also for Europe's climate neutral future. There are several challenging characteristics for this ecosystem. It has a complex value chain, as we all know. It is a major producer of greenhouse gas emissions and waste. We can see the large numbers at the left. Large consumer of materials and energy, and we need to think about the whole life cycle of a building, of a construction. So these are very, let's say, challenging issues for this ecosystem. But also, we have several strengths. It is a sector with very high added value regarding the economy, regarding the employment. It is interconnected with many other strong economic activities, manufacturing, real estate, transport, logistics, energy. So it is indeed a key driver for the economy, for Europe, but also for Greece. And we have lately a very rich European policy and regulatory landscape. European Union set several, let's say, goals, and in order to meet these goals, we have a boom of regulatory aspects, policies, new strategies, new initiatives. And we have also the member states that in order to be harmonized with these, let's say, directives, they develop the national laws, the strategies, and we have here for Greece, to name a few, national climate law, the national strategy for industry, the national waste management, and so many others. We have there the construction industry that is facing a new era. And there is a real need for this construction industry to be transformed, to create more resilient supply chains, adapt to climate change, which means more resilient infrastructure, adopt more sustainable ways of production, but also become more extroverted, green, digital, the keywords that are very well known to all of us, but also comply with all these new regulations and legislation, but also be more people-centric and provide solutions for people, for society, for quality jobs. For the broader picture of the built environment, we have, let's say, how the Building Performance Institute Europe is vision the buildings for the new era, for the era of climate neutral Europe, where the buildings will be healthy and foster well-being, produce energy, are highly efficient, are circular related to materials, free of fossil fuels, resilient to climate risk. All these are needed for a building, but in order to make all this happen, we need to develop several links between the various stakeholders and policymakers, because we need all of them to collectively understand the same thing and the same issues about the impact concerning the environment. These links are, let's say, easily to be developed through the clusters. The innovation clusters. And clusters for the European Union are, let's say, very important because they support the priorities of the European Union. They support the co-development of the industrial strategy. They can be also a powerful tool in order to foster the collaboration and cooperation through the various value chain. And today, these innovation clusters need to follow a more, let's say, a new model of operation. They need to work under a quadruple helix model. That means that these clusters need to foster interaction and link between all these four main stakeholders and main groups: the public authorities, the industry, the academia, but also the citizens. e-CODOMH is an innovation cluster. We operate as a non-profit company from January 2022. We are a 4-year-old new cluster. It is the first Greek innovation business cluster for the construction sector. And the facilitator and initiator was MIRTEC, the Materials Industrial Research and Development Company. The governance of cluster e-CODOMH is the General Assembly, and of course there is the Board of Administrators for the management of the cluster. Our vision is to become an innovative ecosystem for the Greek building materials and construction sector, acting actually as a catalyst for the sustainable development of our members. As it was originally, let's say, defined, our mission was to support a new collaborative model between the industry and the research organizations and universities. Actually, in order to create added value for the Greek construction sector, working under the pillars of quality, innovation, knowledge, and synergies. However, today, cluster e-CODOMH needs also to be transformed because we can see that a new model and a more holistic approach is needed for the built environment and the general construction sector. So we need to be transformed in order to tackle also, apart from the industrial and the environmental, also the societal challenges. And we are working under 4 strategic action axes: business innovation and sustainable development, industrial research and innovation, but also training and upskills, networking and access to finance, regulatory guidance, and testing and certification for our members. We, let's say, put much effort the last 2 years, and we managed to have cluster e-CODOMH well integrated in the European construction ecosystem. e-CODOMH now is member of ECTP. ECTP is the European Construction Technology Platform. It is a, let's say, a strategic organization in European Union because it contributes in shaping the research and innovation agenda for the construction sector, and promotes with several activities the innovation for the industry through networking and collaboration. This strategic organization, ECTP, together with another one, the World Green Building Council, collaborated with the European Commission and set the Build for People partnership. This is a public-private partnership in the European Union, which is actually channeling 380 million euros in funding projects for innovation and research for the built environment. Actually, this is a partnership that the European Union created in order to support all these goals that they set. And the targets for this Build for People partnership is to tackle or to meet, to work under the two major challenges: become more sustainable and resilient, but also become more people-centered. Actually, the focus is to have not only technical innovation, but also social innovation. This is the new recipe in European Union and Build for People partnership. So, for European Commission to create a strong community around the built environment is very important, and for that reason, for European Commission, it is of paramount importance to support the creation and the development of this kind of innovation clusters. These clusters need to take, let's say, actions, need to work under three general objectives: the scientific, the economic, but also the societal, and also align with the new European Bauhaus core values. That means beautiful, sustainable, together. So the clusters that are officially members of this Build for People Innovation Clusters Network need to sign a charter and actually commit in order to collaborate with the European Commission, collaborate with other clusters, and foster, let's say, common strategies. The clusters that sign this charter also follow a maturation framework and develop a roadmap, develop a new strategy, taking into account 6 Build for People success factors, while remaining in alignment with the needs of their members. So the 6 success factors for these clusters, also for economy, is to work for the whole value chain, because it is very important to work for all parts of the value chain. Also target multi-objectives. Integrate in cross-sectoral aspects. Be locally anchored, for example in Greece, but we have a European outreach. Also promote collaborations cross-border, but also help industry to have, let's say, access to test beds in order to test the new innovative products and demonstration spaces. So eCODOMH is one of the 24 clusters belonging to this network in Europe from last March, and we are proud to work with other clusters and organizations in order to be more mature in all these critical aspects needed for the built environment. eCODOMH also participates in a European funded project, StarTrack, where the main aim is to activate and mature clusters like eCODOMH. The main goal is to foster collaboration between these clusters and support their members. The benefits of becoming part of this network is that we can increase visibility for high-level European, let's say, organizations and network. We can communicate key messages to the European Commission, which is very important as we can think about all these regulations that are coming and are needed for the sector. We beneficiate from new services that are developed in this part for our members. And we take a broader approach to research and innovation. We can attract through this network some new resources and funding, and the most important is that we can collaborate with other clusters and exchange ideas and good practices from other countries and here in Greece. So the most important part for eCODOMH is the active and real collaboration between our members, universities and industry. And we managed to have the first national funded collaborative project. The funding was close to 1.3 million euros. Our members had the opportunity to collaborate, co-develop, co-design products, innovative products. And we are talking about multifunctional mortars, smart walls, new EPIC systems, and innovative solar chimney, some also digital tools developed in this project. And the most important is that all these innovations integrated in a pilot scale demo building where the members collaborated again in order to be integrated and installed there. And it is actually right now a place that we can demonstrate these innovative products. They can have a more faster market uptake, and we can also assess their effectiveness, because up to now all these rules are, let's say, followed. We have integrated some sensors on them, so we can follow during the years, during the seasons, the effectiveness of all these innovations. So closing my presentation, I would like to tell you that the collaboration between our members and actually the dialogue between the key stakeholders for the construction sector in Greece, it is our, let's say, a continuous process, and this is because we believe that the way forward is based on synergies and innovation through the collaboration. So thank you so much.